Hello everyone and welcome to Metal Gear Solid Peacewalker, and this one is going to be a little bit different from the ones that we've done in the past. So for those of you that have been with me kind of since the start of this journey in the Metal Gear franchise, you know that I've done Metal Gear 1, 2, 3, 4, and I've just finished Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. All of those videos are available for you to go and watch on the channel right now if you want to watch me play and react to those for the very first time. And it was suggested to me by a number of people in the end, actually, that because of Peace Walker's time commitment and what it requires, that actually a better approach might be to watch all the cutscenes and react to the story as it plays out that way. Now, I know very little about this game at all, other than that it's set sometime between Snake Eater, obviously Metal Gear 3, and Metal Gear 5. I presume that must mean it's also before Metal Gear 5 Ground Zeroes as well, I presume. So yeah, sometime around, what's that going to be? It's going to be late 60s, early 70s, something like that, I guess. Hopefully all that will be explained. So yeah, other than that, I know very little about this, so I'm going to be reacting for this for the very first time. If you enjoy all this content, of course, make sure you like, make sure you comment down below on your thoughts, make sure you sub, make sure you hit that notification bell for all the latest stuff, and join the Discord as well for all the chat about Metal Gear that carries on with all the great guys that are in there. And finally, the link to the video will be down in the description below. We're watching a video from Kefka Production. You'll see. Can you see? No, you can't because I'm in the way. So Kefka Production is the video that we're going to watch. I'll put a link to the video down below. So just to be sure that if you want to go and check it out afterwards and watch it without me in the way, it's there for you to watch if you want to. Right then, so grab a drink, grab some popcorn, grab some grub, put your feet up, sit back, and let's watch this together, shall we? Be a two-part video. This, I think, is the plan. Are we ready to go? I think we are. I'm hoping I'm not going to get any interruptions. Let me just turn Discord on to Do Not Disturb. Right then, here we go. That is Thingy's bike, isn't it? Big Mama. She was later known, of course. Ah. 1974, I wasn't a million miles off then, I just say late 60s, early 70s. Some training going on. Might this be Fox Sound? So of course this game came out for PSP, by the way, so I guess not to expect too good a quality on the videos, I guess. I think there's a little bit scuff.
Boss!
There he is. Snake himself.
What's going on, Kaz?
What the
We've got
book?
guests.
Time to move.
Don't worry, it's not our friends from Langley.
CIA involved?
I brought him. Made sure we won't fall.
Thank you, Big Boss.
Call me Snake.
Sorry, Vic Boss.
Listen up. For us, there is no victory.
But in Revolution, doesn't one triumph or die?
We don't do either.
So is this going to be the cutscenes? Or the comic book style? We're not going to get the live action? Presume not. Oh, is that who I thought it was?
I feel like a new man. There's no coffee like Costa Rican coffee.
Is that Ocelot?
So, what brings a distinguished scholar from the Costa Rican government to Colombia?
Professor Galvez comes from Costa Rica's University for Peace.
Maybe not. No, it's not.
You see, over the past year, there have been sightings of an armed group in Costa Rica. They're not ours, of course.
Costa Rica doesn't have an army.
Correct. Article 12 of our Constitution states that the Army as a permanent institution is abolished.
The Peace Constitution.
You think it's rebels who fled Nicaragua?
No, they don't appear to be guerrillas. They're far too organized.
What's your government's take?
The authorities in San Jose claim it's a multinational security firm, hired by the Development Corporation of Costa Rica. Lies, obviously. They're bringing in state-of-the-art weaponry and equipment by the shipload.
Where'd they get that kind of cash?
I fear La CIA may be involved.
The CIA?
As you both know, the United States views Central America as its backyard. Even after Cuba, we've managed to maintain a delicate balance with the U.S.
And your government can't just give them the boot?
We are not allowed to bear arms.
Japan's constitution has something similar. Article 9. It says Japan renounces war and can't maintain an army.
I understand that you and your men have neither state nor ideology. That you will fight any foe. Please, you must drive them out of our defenseless country. We come to you, the Militaires Sans Frontières.
So, you want to hire us?
Yes, as our deterrent. We can't afford to pay much, it's true. But we can offer you this. A forward operating base. An offshore plant in the Caribbean.
Sounds pretty good to me. This place is becoming a
Massive
mess anyway.
oil rig?
Snake, we need someplace we can settle down.
The government's agreed to cooperate. Unofficially, of course.
A chopper for transport would be nice too.
I'll see what I can do.
Hold it. You seem to think we're just a pack of dogs of war. Is that right?
Yes, that's what I've heard. You're an army without a state.
No, we've only left our countries behind.
Please, you must help us.
If your suspicions are true, force isn't gonna do any good. You'll have to find a political solution.
The government's hands are tied.
Go back to your bosses in San Jose. Tell them if they want, I'll introduce them to a negotiator I know.
No. I'm not here on their behalf.
So,
But he said his government
what are you doing here?
approved of this
For
unofficially.
over 20 years, I've preached the virtues of peace at multiple universities. Tonight, I stand before you as an educator. This is my student.
Why is Little Red Riding Hood there?
She came to me to study peace. Her name is Paz. Paz Ortega.
Paz. Peace.
No kidding. That's my name too. Kazuhira. It's Japanese for peace. Pleased to meet you, Paz. Call me Kaz.
Kaz.
They've got a supply port north of Puerto Limon, a town in La Costa del Mar Caribe. A few days ago, Paz stumbled upon that facility while searching for a lost friend. She was captured. She's only a child, 16 years old. They did terrible things to her, but somehow she managed to escape.
Oh, my God.
She's huérfana. Her mother died when she was small, and she lost her grandparents in the Civil War. She hates war with a passion like no other.
My name is Paz, and I will do anything to protect my namesake. It is my one and only purpose. Please, get them out of my country. Make them leave Costa Rica.
Sorry, kid.
We know who you are, Big Boss. That is why we've come to you.
Probably hasn't heard that name for a while.
I gotta thank you for agreeing to this, Snake.
Didn't take much,
I'm glad to
much
be out of
agreeing.
here. Finally, we can leave all that crap in San Geronimo behind. Break into the mercenary business for real. Let me guess. You're doing it for her, aren't you? For her.
Still having flashbacks. I thought this was going to be a flashback to Big Mama. We'll call her Big Mama.
Are they still here?
Come on, Snake. This could be good for us. They're willing to give us an offshore plant, a place we can finally put down some roots. This is our chance to expand MSF.
We don't need a place to stay, Kaz. We're nomads. We always will be.
What? You'd rather keep wandering from conflict to conflict? Tools in the hands of whoever's fighting at the time?
The second we settle down, who's to say we won't become the warmongers?
Listen to me, Snake. We're not mercenaries. We're not a foreign legion. MSF's a business. A new kind of business. Look, it's not like we're trying to start a war here. All we need to do is find out who this security company really is.
Come on, Kaz. It's pretty obvious that they're backed by the CIA.
Wait a sec. That would mean...
Our friend, the professor, is likely KGB.
I see.
We'd be making an enemy of our homeland.
And there'd be no turning back.
This damn thing won't light.
Huh?
Put on some coffee, Kaz. It's time for a little chat with the professor.
The artwork's very cool. Maybe it's a limitation of it being on PSP that they have to go for these kind of cutscenes rather than a
I was a heavy smoker.
sort of in-game engine stuff.
When I got my medal from the Secretary General, he gave me this prosthetic hand as well. But smoking was ruining my lungs, so I quit. I've not had much use for it since. It's quite an honor to meet the legendary Big Boss.
That's just a code name the CIA made up.
Then perhaps I should call you John.
I don't have a name. You stopped using that code name you liked so much 10 years ago. What about you, comrade? What do they call you back at Center?
Well then, allow me to get straight to the point. Land as slim as a whip, hot as torture.
That's the Chilean poet, Neruda.
Central America is the navel of the American
Metal Gear doing what it does
continent,
best and
bridging north
info
south.
dumping heavily.
We want this land. We'll build a socialist stronghold, then use it to split the Americas in two.
America would lose its backyard.
And with it, its economic production, shipping lanes, and strategic value. We, on the other hand, would gain a base from which all of Latin America would be well within our reach. He who controls Central America will win this Cold War. But it's more complex than that. The CIA's got something else planned as well.
What?
That is the million-dollar question. Big Boss, we want you and your unit to find the answer. Infiltrate and investigate the facility in La Costa, where Paz was imprisoned. Learn all you can of their operations. Then, drive them out of the country.
You're asking us to settle a turf war between the KGB and the CIA.
What about her? That was all just an act?
You mean her words about peace? She was captured, that much is true. But I've kept my KGB affiliation from her.
And you thought we'd fall for a sob story?
No. I had good reason to bring her along. She managed to escape with her life, but her friend was not so lucky. Why were they attacked? I believe this will help explain.
I think I'm just about keeping up with
They
this.
saw something they weren't supposed to. Perhaps they heard something they shouldn't have.
A cassette tape?
Paz took this during her escape. She says her friend happened to record it by accident.
What is that?
A portable stereo cassette player. The first of its kind.
Ah,
A Sony
I
Walkman.
heard they were working on something like that in Japan. Didn't know you guys were too.
I believe what you're about to hear will help you understand.
What is that? A quetzal?
The phoenix bird. Paz's friend was researching birds. She went out into the jungle to record bird calls and stumbled upon this.
So? So what?
Now it gets interesting.
Okay, we hear a horse. Horses don't usually fly.
Get rid of it. I chase it back to its nest. You can't. The snake's too vicious. It's all... Many people. I chase it away. It will bite you unless you kill it. Go home.
Paz. Voice print analysis confirms that this voice is indeed that of the legendary hero and criminal, the boss. What?
Wait,
The other hasn't been identified.
what?
Female in her 30s with a British accent. The song playing in the background was a hit in 1973.
Wait. She's dead, isn't she? We killed her. Am I getting the timeline mixed up here? I don't think I am. This is set after Metal Gear 3. And in Metal Gear 3, we killed her in the forest with those white flowers. We watched her die.
What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your mentor? Your mission or your beliefs?
I am loyal to
Paz is
myself.
alive in Costa Rica. As I understand it, she was your commander, fought by your side.
Okay, well, that's quite the revelation.
Killed her under orders from the CIA.
Yes, we did. That's absolutely correct.
Passing her to become the hero known as Big Boss.
Yep, I remember all of that. Yeah, just imagine this is quite the news to take.
Well, what'll it be?
Well, we know why he was persuaded to go then.
Snake, it's gotta be a trap.
So you still can't turn your back on your country. Then I suppose you won't need this. Wait!
Snake?
I'll do it for the girl. For Paz.
Okay. For peace, then.
Well, goddamn. So yeah, keep in mind anyone that's not known this game, this is a PSP game.
Snake, you've got to get past them undetected.
Very well
Avoid
received, but
combat
just
whenever
didn't sell
possible.
that well, I don't think, because the PSP console itself didn't do that well. I think it did come to PS3 though. And so I don't know whether we're
Looks like
watching
you're inside the compound.
the PS3
Security
or
is
PSP
tight. Stay sharp.
cutscenes. The trusty Mark 22. So it looks like all the cutscenes in the game are all going to be like this, aren't they?
The whereabouts of target 500.
Acknowledged. Spears are loaded. The barge is cleared Point Bravo.
Acknowledged. Out.
Where's triangle? Where's triangle?
Freeze! The cargo, where's it headed? What is it?
Air suit. In
the mountains! What's up there?
Oh, did we kill him?
This is Snake. Kaz, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. You found a radio.
It's got a circuit that reverses the audio phase.
Let's switch frequencies from time to time, just to make sure we're not detected.
I found a map of their bases. The cargo's heading from the marshes west towards Irasu.
Nice going, boss.
Kaz, this place is full of film badges. Dozens of them.
Film badges? Like the ones used to measure radiation exposure?
The radio man was wearing one. And whoever he was talking to called the cargo spears.
Nuclear weapons?
That would mean...
Nukes. They're bringing nukes into Costa Rica.
Holy Mother of God.
Wow. It's quite the start.
How's that map, Snake? Think you can use it?
It tells me where their bases are, but it's just a bunch of points. No routes. I need better intel on the lay of the land.
Snake, the professor said he's got the Sandinistas on his side. Said you should get in touch with the FSL and Comandante.
Do they know they're backed by the KGB?
Nah. As far as they know, they're really fighting for the revolution. Whatever the CIA's up to in Costa Rica, the professor wants it stopped. We need to find out what that something is.
We need to get ready first, Kaz. Repairs?
Working as fast as we can, boss. This place is pretty beat. Looks like hell. But as long as you're with us, we'll make it heaven. No one can
I'm
bother
assuming
us
that's
here.
the new,
No state telling us what to do.
The rig
This is
place
the
they went to.
MSF's haven, our mother base.
Mother base.
With
Mother base.
this
That rings a
foothold,
bell.
We'll back you up even better
Mother
than
base. That was
before.
in Metal Gear 5,
We're
I
gonna
think.
turn this pile of junk into
In the very
something
brief
big.
time I did play with it. Sure, it was called Mother Base. Certainly rings a bell, even if it's not that. Oh, look. Look at this. Look at all this CQC. All stuff that I barely ever did in the 4 or 5 games I played of Metal Gear.
Don't touch me! Get away!
¿Quién es? Eche! No way. What do we do?
Sandinistas, right? I'm looking for someone.
Mi viejo!
Shh. He's dead. They killed nuestro viejo.
You're his daughter. Then that makes you his delegado, right? Relax. I'm not your enemy. Cuban.
A cigar?
I'll take whatever you've got. I owe you one. But I prefer cigarettes, you know. How do I look? A little like El Che, no? You Cubano?
Colombiano. A photographer. I came to Costa Rica to take pictures of birds.
Birds?
Yeah, quetzals.
You've got no telephoto lens. How do you get your shots?
Telephotos for amateurs. It's all in the timing.
Oh.
Let me smoke
Okay,
too.
we can talk until I finish this. Chico!
Tell me what's going on here.
This place is crawling with soldiers. They don't look like private security, more like hired guns. They're loaded with the latest gear from all over the world.
I heard they're a security force hired by Codessa.
Yeah, and I'm Papa Noel. Those guys are UCLA's.
UCLA's? Let's see it.
I saw them, setting up shop in town. They're planning to do here what they did in Chile.
If that's the case, what are they after?
Whatever it is, it's not us.
You don't think they're here to push you back into Nicaragua?
Impossible. Too much hardware. Too many bases. Didn't you see? They've got helicopters, tanks. It's like we're in Da Nang. There must be something else. This was our last hideout. The final refuge for El Frente. After being pushed out of Nicaragua and into this peaceful paradise of Costa Rica. Then, El Monstruo attacked.
A monster?
Y mi viejo. Mi viejo. Papa. He was la esperanza. Our hope.
Now that Papa's gone, my sister's la comandante de la revolución.
Do not listen to him. Papa was a hero who fought by Sandino's side. I am only his daughter. You need a special talent to become cacique. It takes someone great to unite all of Las Compas.
Sorry to interrupt, but leaders don't choose themselves. Neither do heroes. You carry on his legacy of La Esperanza, and they'll follow you, no question.
You think so? My compas trust me, but not one of them calls me Comandante.
Amanda!
See what I mean?
El Colibri!
That was a drone.
Get down!
Kind of digging the artwork style of the presentation of this story. Actually, it's kind of cool. Totally was not expecting it. I'm finding this kind of tricky to follow. There's a big ass drone.
What the hell?
Es un hombre nuevo, an unmanned weapon, a robot!
No! He won't survive the fall!
Out of my way! Better for him to die at the hand of a compa than suffer their torture. Stay here. As long as I'm still
really
alive,
freaky.
I might as well repay. Over here! Fine, chico! ¡Venceremos!
Oh, it's grabbing her. And now she's gone as well. Oh no, it's only grabbed her by her clothes. Don't be a moron. Oh, picking up by a broken ankle.
Shoot it!
You'll fall!
Shoot el chico libri!
So you can break the other ankle. At least wait until she's over water or something. Well, obviously, we don't know how far into the air she was, but broken back and broken ankle, surely.
What? What is it?
Can you roll me one? Tobacco.
Oh, yeah.
Chico.
Hold still.
I treated him like a kid again. We fought. I didn't want Chico to know. Kept it a secret. Somoza's Guardia chased us out of Nicaragua. Across the Rio San Juan.
I'm finding this a little tricky to keep up with, I'll be honest.
The only reason we've been able to keep on fighting.
Amanda.
The factory. You saw it?
The banana factory.
A front. It's a drug refining plant. The KGB set it up for us to run. We used the income to buy food and weapons. Mi viejo never said a word, but we all knew. Everyone except Chico. Everything we have, our weapons, our compass, he brought it all together. We were going to rebuild our country. Rebuild Nika with our own hands.
Good God. That shattered middle part of her leg as well. Was that a knee?
But it's all over. We lost our cacique. Papa. I could never replace him. Now they've taken the plant from us too. There's no place left to regroup. No way to fight la revolución.
Zoom in on her back. That's what she landed on.
Here, I rolled you one.
What about you? You're going after that cargo?
Yeah.
Must be important,
Looks that way. It looks like it could be nukes.
What? Nukes? Madre de Dios. No time to waste. We must get to Irasu.
I think you're going anywhere.
The transport route leads there. It must be where they're holding Chico and my compass, too. Whenever Chico and I argue, he goes off to be by himself. That's why he knows more than anybody about their bases. Chico...
You're pretty worried about your baby brother.
This is why I'm not fit to be a leader.
Fine. It's a little bit out of my way, but just tell me where I need to go.
There's a prison up in the mountains. That's probably where he is.
A prison in the mountains.
You must do something for me. If you can't save Chico, I want you to...
You want us to kill him?
End his humiliation. If he gives in, if he's about to sell out his compass, please, at least let him keep his honor.
That's a promise I can't make.
Why?
Amanda, we gave up our homes, but we're still alive. We're still fighting. And there's always another reason to keep on living.
I feel alive again.
Amanda, join my unit until you've healed up.
Your unit?
Yeah,
Who are you? Why are you here?
I'm Snake. Serviente.
Snake? Could it be the great cacique has come to lead us?
Passed out or dead?
Kaz, can you hear me?
MSF here.
One for recovery. She's wounded.
Okay, just passed out then.
Kaz, the cargo on the barge. I was right. It's headed for the mountains.
You think that's where they're taking the nukes?
I'm sure of it. Let's move.
Who's there?
Chico, it's me.
You're that photographer.
That's right. A war photographer.
Huh? I thought you were here for the birds.
Yeah, the birds of the battlefield.
Whoa! Is that chess? Can I see it? Wow, the same kind of chair used!
You can't keep
your fucking voice down, kid.
Have these instead.
Are you not in prison?
Those photos! Huh. Oh no, Amanda!
She's safe. Don't worry.
You sure?
We're patching her up back at my place.
She's hurt?
I said, don't worry. It's just a broken leg.
You got any cigarettes? A cigar, huh? Hey!
It's not for kids. Chico, do you know where they took the cargo?
Cargo? What cargo?
Let me rephrase that. How do they get stuff from the coast up here?
Oh, that I can tell you. When the cargo gets to the harbor, they first send it up the marshes on a barge. Then, they load it onto a jungle train past the banana plantation and transport it by rail. The train stops here. When it gets to the train terminal past the coffee plantation, they reload it again. This time onto a truck, which disappears into a tunnel heading toward the mountains.
Disappears? Chico, what's on the other side of that tunnel?
Nobody knows. None of our compas ever got close enough. He's protected by a spirit.
A spirit?
Yeah, a giant monster. El Basilisco.
The king of snakes.
No, really, I saw it. I was camping up there one day, and just as I was waking up around dawn, I heard this loud
Is it going to be
noise.
some kind of Metal Gear, do we think?
I opened my eyes and saw an enormous shadow. Must have been 30 bara at least. He was walking on legs as big as trees.
It's going to be some kind of...
Where did you see it?
At the terminal near the tunnel.
Metal Gear
but I only
contraption,
saw it that
isn't
one
it?
time.
What exactly were you doing there?
Well, me and my sister got into a fight.
And you just happened to go camping.
You know, their train should be arriving at the place I saw El Basilisco right about now.
Is it far?
No, really. Go past the coffee plantation, and it'll be to the north. What are you chasing?
Something that could keep the world in balance. Or destroy it.
Huh?
I heard that place was a narcotics plant before those guys took it over. But you already knew that, didn't you? Look, I get it. Even revolutionaries need to pay the bills. Still, must be tough for a kid like you to swallow.
You're damn right it is. The route they use to transport stuff is the same one mi viejo used to smuggle drugs. They sold the drugs to the Norte Americanos and used the profits to fund the army. They tried to keep it hidden from me.
Is that why you went camping?
Smart kid, he knew what was going on, really.
I managed to sneak into the plant a few times and I tried to set it on fire. Everyone treats me like a child. I couldn't stand it anymore. I'm not a kid, I'm 12.
12.
Couldn't do it though, could you? Chico, growing up means choosing how you're gonna live your life. To do the right thing, you sometimes have to leave the things you care about behind. Parents, family, your homeland.
Mi viejo. Papa.
Chico, look at the photos.
Mi viejo.
He's gone. But there's one thing you don't ever leave behind. Your memories. Keep them safe. You want to get out of here, Chico?
I do, but...
Come back with me. Your sister's waiting for you.
I can't go back. I can't face everybody.
You told them where your compas are. I see. Nothing to be ashamed of. Pain gets the better of us all.
Why is there a giant pair of bollocks on the wall?
I wish I was dead.
Well, your sister...
Okay then. I'll put you out of your misery.
What?
Any last words? Shoot. You are only going to kill a man. I just wasted a bullet. Don't waste your life.
Snake the philosopher.
Listen to me, Chico. You died here today. You understand? You're hombre nuevo. A new man. Now, give that new life to me.
Huh?
Fight with me, little soldier. Show me how strong you really are. Dry your tears, then promise me one thing. No smoking until you get older. Remember, real heroes are never as polished as the legends that surround them.
You got it, boss.
Snake is fine.
What's that? Ah!
What was that he just put on him? I mean, with the sound of the helicopter coming past, did he just hoist him in the air and the helicopter pick him up on a run through, like with one of those hooks?
Notes.
Right. One tank just happened to see Snake.
Don't worry about the tank. Just focus on the troops.
He's stealthing it. I mean, how many of those Mark 22s does it take to put them down? Tank looks quite annoying to take out. When he's taking it out with the leaders down, it's over.
Snake, the truck is headed up the mountain road past the tunnel.
So it was nukes after all.
What now? Their main base is up ahead.
I better hurry after them then.
But...
Kaz, if I don't get moving, it'll be too late.
All right. I guess you never did let dangerous assignments or risk aversion get in your way.
How do I get inside the mountain? I can forget about the tunnel.
Yeah, the tank took care of that.
Any other routes?
Why don't I let a local expert take over?
Snake, you need a way into the mountain?
Yeah, got one.
Let's see. Do you remember that precinct I was in?
In the village, right?
Right. Go back to the village and head north. There is a bridge that connects to the mountain road. It crosses over a gorge. That's probably the best way.
Okay, well. Chico coming in clutch. Severely bad timing, but got away with it.
Cross the bridge and head north.
Guys, I'm inside the facility. There's rows and rows of trucks here.
If that's where they brought the nukes, then the truck we're after should be there.
Mr. Kojima?
Mr. Kojima, what?
This is the one. The exhaust's still warm. But the cargo's
Hideo
already
is in
been
one of them.
offloaded.
Just a minute. This isn't what we agreed on.
It's too late. The changes have already been finalized.
You told me it was going to be a deterrent, that we wouldn't have to launch.
I recognize that voice.
I am not arguing with you, Doctor. Our goal is to create the perfect deterrent.
That's why I agreed to help develop it.
However, in order to
right?
achieve that perfect deterrent, we must show the world our strength. 3 key principles ensure effective nuclear deterrence. First, you must have nuclear weapons. Second, you must never use them first. And third, and most important, if someone attacks you, you must strike back.
I mean, he'd have to be pretty young.
Unless we prove beyond a doubt that these 3 principles work in practice, the world will not accept our new deterrent. And the only way to do that is to show them we're capable of actually launching a nuke.
But isn't deterrent supposed to stop nukes from being used?
Exactly.
He's got the glasses on.
So the one we launch will be the last one ever.
I won't let you use my creation like that.
Your creation? That thing wasn't even your idea to begin with. You stole it, didn't you?
Stole it? You're one to talk. You got the idea for bipedal locomotion from the communists in the first place.
You listen to me, Doc. Keep quiet. Do as I say. Not another word about stolen ideas. Should we succeed here, you'll be the toast of the scientific community. And your name will go down in history as champion of both progress and national security.
The hell with that!
Doctor! Unless we prove we're capable of launching, Peacewalker is useless as a deterrent.
I don't remember Otacon being in a wheelchair, though.
Me. We used each other. I'll get my old director's job back at headquarters, and you'll finally be able to walk tall among your colleagues.
I won't let you get away with this!
How unfortunate. Guess I'll just have to take your legs for myself.
Surely it can't be Otacon. I mean, there's got to be 20 odd years between this one and
Peace won't just
Metal Gear
come
Solid.
to us, Doc.
I don't know how old he is. I mean, I suppose
We are
it's
going to have to
theoretically
meet
possible. He could be in his
halfway.
30s and then he could be in his 50s and
For victory.
Metal Gear Solid. But again, he didn't seem that old in there, so I'm not sure. He'd have to be very young in this then.
Wait!
Hey, you okay?
Don't do it!
Snap out of it. Where are the nukes?
He's gonna do it! He's gonna launch a nuke!
I hope that gets explained as to who that guy is. So I'll hold fire on it. I won't commit fully to saying that it was Ossicon, but we'll wait and find out. What is with that tune?
Take him out!
It's a pretty tasty piece of machinery. It's got a railgun on it as well.
Look out! It's one of the unmanned!
I mean, that picture kind of looked like him. It looked like a very young, attractive version of Onicon.
That's an AI weapon. The pupa. It's fast, so be careful. Aim for the cylindrical AI pod.
You can certainly see some of the limitations of it running on PSP, can't you?
Pull out all the AI's memory boards before the pod's ejected. The black memory boards are locked. Go after the boards with icons over them. Any boards you remove can be used to build our own AI weapon. Memory boards have different functions according to the icons displayed over them. Go ahead and take whichever ones you want.
That was an unmanned weapon. A prototype. I made it myself.
Who are you?
I work here. Well, used to, anyway. Name's Huey.
I need to just double check something. Yeah, I thought it was. It's the same voice actor.
And who might you be? You don't look like one of those mercenaries.
Me. I'm an entomologist.
A fighting entomologist?
Yeah, I specialize in butterflies. I'm here to catch Ulysses.
Ulysses? Huh. I didn't think they lived in Costa Rica. Morphos, maybe?
That's it. Need to get some before the Washington Treaty goes into effect.
Says here Morphos aren't covered under the treaty.
Must have slipped my mind.
You sure you're feeling all right?
Anyway, long story short, the butterfly got away. So how about it, Doc? Did you make that big butterfly too?
Yes. And no.
What was that thing? What are they doing here?
Huh. Something tells me you're no ordinary entomologist. The nukes were loaded on that machine. The project's entering its final phase.
Project?
We used this facility to develop unmanned weapons.
Unmanned?
Robots. The one you just fought was a pupa. There's also a flying type called Chrysalis and a treaded type, the Cocoon. There's no need for a human pilot. They can only follow simple commands, though.
Why build them here?
For the CIA. They invited me here a year ago.
That's who that
For the CIA?
CIA's station chief for Central America. Goes by the name of Hot Coldman. Apparently he was some sort of hero back at the height of the Cold War. He's the one running the show. We called it the Peacewalker Project.
Peacewalker?
A mobile launcher carrying a thermonuclear warhead even more powerful than the Soviet RDS-220s. That's Peacewalker.
Chico's Basilisco.
We did the assembly and field testing here.
A walking nuke.
I sort of borrowed the original idea from behind the Iron Curtain.
The missing link between infantry and artillery. Metal Gear.
Metal Gear indeed.
But they'd actually need to deploy dozens of them. Coldman needs funding for that. And to get it, he's planning a test, which will also serve as a demonstration for the folks back at Langley.
Wait, he's launching a nuke to prove that his perfect deterrent works?
In his words, to prove that if someone attacks us, we will strike back. Nuclear deterrence has brought us peace. At the very least, it's prevented another world war from breaking out. But the theory of nuclear deterrence exists only on paper. In reality, there's no guarantee that either side would follow through with retaliation. There's the chance that a preemptive strike could destroy all the missile bases, render them unable to retaliate. But the biggest flaw in the theory is that the decision to retaliate has to be made by human beings. Let me give you a real-world example. Let's say Country X launches first against Country Y. If the people in charge of Country Y are like you and me, they're not going to be able to retaliate, knowing that they're effectively ending all human life.
So then the weak link in nuclear deterrence theory is the uncertainty of retaliation.
Bingo. And that creates a loophole Country X can exploit to launch the first strike. Which is why we designed the system to be unmanned. With Peacewalker, retaliation is certain. It chooses the appropriate target and launches a retaliatory nuclear strike every time, without needing human input to make the call. Launching a nuclear strike against Peacewalker is tantamount to pushing the launch button against yourself. It closes the loophole in nuclear deterrence theory, rendering our friends in Country X completely unable to launch. What Coldman is saying is that to achieve this goal, we need to demonstrate that retaliation will be carried out by a machine. He will launch his nuke. And then his version of deterrence will be complete.
And you believe him?
I believe in peace through nuclear deterrence.
Why?
I mean, it's probably played a large part in World War III not having started yet.
And all it created was this illusion of peace called deterrence. And then I was born, unable to walk. I had no choice but to face up to the nukes. But if they do end up launching, it'll all have been for nothing. They've got to be stopped.
Where'd they take the warheads?
To a base near the border. The final test is 5 days from now.
Where's the base?
You're gonna stop them? It's kind of a hike. And besides, there's a surefire way to halt the project. You see, Peacewalker isn't quite finished yet.
What do you mean?
It's missing one last critical structural component. The AI. Its brain. The reptile pod, the electronic brain I was working on, can only follow commands like, go there, attack that. I guess you could compare it to the human cerebellum. But for nuclear deterrence to work, it must function in place of a human decision maker. It needs something to analyze the huge volumes of data coming in and select an appropriate target for retaliation. Hence, it needs the
Sophisticated.
high-level decision-making ability of a cerebrum.
A mechanical cerebrum.
The hardware configuration is modeled on the human brain, similar to the pod I worked on, but its role is completely different.
Where's it being made?
A research lab to the north. An AI expert named Dr. Strangelove is developing it.
Dr.
Very
Strangelove?
hush-hush.
Dr. Strangelove.
Strangelove was recruited from the States, too. In the field of AI, there's no one better, that's for sure. But man, what a basket case. She hates everybody. Go to the lab and destroy Peacewalker's cerebrum. I'm pretty sure they haven't finished the final calibrations yet. I'll lend you my ID card. It'll get you through security at the lab. Oh, and one more thing.
What's this? A letter of recommendation?
Yeah, it's from me to Dr. Strangelove.
Oh no, he's
Don't
not.
read it, okay?
It's not another woman he's fallen for, is it?
So what will you do now?
Bloke's got a different girlfriend in every fucking game.
I'm done with science. At this rate, I'm probably already halfway to hell anyway.
Not so fast. Why not join us? Our place is outer heaven. You'd fit right in.
Outer heaven?
He's just recruiting
I'm probably
people
better suited to something like that than this paradise.
from any person he comes across. He's like, yeah, you can join us.
Enjoy it. You'll feel like a butterfly.
Okay, yeah, the balloon trip, yeah.
You're an agent, right? Who do you work for?
Me. I was a Cold War tool, same as you. Now I'm not so useful anymore, so they cut me loose. I don't answer to anyone. Call me Snake.
Snake? That name seems familiar somehow.
This is teasing us.
Probably just deja vu.
See that there? Beyond the cloud forest? See those ruins?
Yeah.
That's where you'll find Dr. Strangelove's lab.
Hey.
Who's that?
Tu m'as trouvé. C'est moi, le loup.
French.
The hell are the
Fini de
French
jouer
doing
à
here?
cache-cache. Dis-moi qui tu es.
Please, do not kill me.
You're no soldier.
I am a tourist.
What's your name?
Please.
What are you doing here?
Cecile. Cosima. Caminada. You're not one of the soldiers? Please, lower your gun. Who are you?
I'm an ornithologist.
A poacher?
The gun's for self-defense. I'm looking for that one rare bird in Costa Rica.
Which one? The quetzal?
Right, the quetzal. They're rare, but they're not covered under the Washington Treaty.
The story
The
seems to
resplendent
change every
quetzal is
time.
red-listed.
Really? You know your stuff.
I am an ornithologist myself.
Awkward.
Well, we'll have to compare notes later.
If only I had not recorded that stupid voice.
Voice.
Oh, it's her.
I was trying to capture the quetzal song.
It's the
Making my way
it's
through a thicket, I saw immense ruins towering before me.
not it's not is it Amanda's friend?
It will bite you unless you kill it. Go
No,
home.
Paz's friend.
I am loyal to myself. Who's there?
I was captured by that woman. But she was kind. She gave me food to eat and even bathed me herself each day. But she said I could go home in a month. So whatever you do, don't take off the blindfold. Do so, and you will never leave here.
Guess you didn't listen. How'd you escape?
I waited for an opening. Stole an ID card. They almost caught me, but I managed to elude them.
So, You must have gotten a look at the facility when you escaped, right? What's in there?
Lots of machinery. A big computer, like you would see in the university.
What about the room where you heard the voice? Anybody in there?
I don't know. There was a tube. A large tube in the back. When I approached it, I heard a voice.
What did it say?
Jack. Yes, it simply said Jack, over and over.
Jack.
Listen, you've got to get me out of here. I really need a shower.
Wait here. I've still got business to take care of.
What? You're not thinking of going in there, are you? You can't leave me here.
Relax. I'll have some friends pick you up.
This is Miller.
One for recovery. A civilian.
Snake, we don't have room for any more civilians here.
Not even for a blonde Parisienne.
A what? So she's, pretty foxy?
See for yourself. If what she's saying is true, I think we've found Paz's friend.
The missing one?
I'm thinking that she's the one that made that tape. Have her listen to it when she gets there.
So she's safe then. Good news.
I'm sure Paz will be glad to hear it.
You bet. Snake, the ruins are just up ahead. Head north.
On my way.
What about me?
Stay put. Ever wonder what it's like to be a bird?
Huh?
So unnecessary, but so good.
What?
I don't tell me they've locked out his access after he had that little row with that man.
Snake?
Huey, your ID card isn't working. It won't open the lock.
It can't be.
What's going on?
She hates me that much? Strangelove's in charge of authorizing IDs. Sometimes a working card has its privileges removed.
What's with the Huey then?
If she decides she doesn't like that card's carrier.
You think that's what happened?
Well, I was never exactly her favorite. Well, this could be tricky. The soldiers outside aren't allowed in the lab either, so their cards won't do you any good.
Great.
Snake.
Kaz, where's Cecile?
She just got here. Hold on.
Snake!
Cecile, how'd it feel to fly?
Wonderful. For a moment, I felt what it must be like to be a bird. It almost made me want to give up my research and get a pilot's license. Did you need something?
You said you'd gotten an ID card, right?
Yes, but it was confiscated when the guards got me.
Who took it? What did he look like?
He had an orange jacket. I cannot recall his face, though.
Yeah, they all look pretty much the same. Where did it happen?
Let me think. Ah, yes! I do remember hearing the song of a nearby quetzal.
Just what I'd expect from a birder.
Would you like to hear it?
Huh? What's that song?
It's my quetzal. I took it with me when I was rescued.
Didn't you say something about them being covered under the Washington Convention?
Just kidding. That was just me. An imitation. An essential skill for any ornithologist. Pretty good, no?
Damn good.
If you want to hear the quetzal song again, just let me know. I can tell you all about the birds of Costa Rica, too.
So go and find that song.
Thanks.
Find the guard in orange nearby, kill him, and take the ID card.
Kaz, did you play that tape for Cecile?
I sure did. It's hers, all right.
Then she must be.
She's not. Cecile says she's never even met Paz.
Hey?
She's at least 10 years too old.
But
I'm guessing Paz convinced herself that it was the tape her friend made. But never mind that. Let's go over what we know so far. The soldier with the ID card is wearing an orange jacket and is in a location where you'll hear quetzal singing. Find that soldier, retrieve that card.
There he is. Lovely.
Excellent. It's open.
What the hell? Okay, I wasn't expecting to see that walking through that door. Oh, is it boss? Is it the boss? She did love being on a horse.
Looks like death wasn't ready for you yet.
Boss.
And who might you be?
You. Dr. Strangelove, I presume.
I've been waiting, Snake. Yes, waiting without joy or pleasure. Waiting for the one I despise.
Don't move!
Don't move? You men and your guns. You all say the same thing. I suppose you're here to destroy my research. Yes, I know. Just as I know what you did 10 years ago. Go on. Kill me like you killed her. Kill me like you killed the boss. Kill me!
What exactly do you...
Come on, Snake. Or should I say Big Boss? That filthy title given you as reward for murder. Do you still wear it with pride? You chose a shadowy country over the mentor who made you what you are. You brought
How does
despair
she know
to
so
good
much?
soldiers everywhere. You used the pretext of a mission to kill a true hero.
I don't understand how she knows so much.
Loyalty. Answer me.
The boss.
Well, what do you have to say for yourself?
She betrayed America. She stole a Davy Crockett and then defected to the other side. She used an American nuclear weapon to attack Soviet territory. The only way for Washington to prove its innocence to Moscow was to eliminate the traitor themselves. The boss's death was the only thing that could have prevented all-out nuclear war.
Is that what you call the truth?
It's the truth as it was told to me.
So the truth is that you sullied the reputation of your mentor, the woman you loved most in this world, before you buried her.
It was my mission.
Huh. So that's the conclusion you came to in order to live with yourself.
What's the boss to you?
I'm the one she abandoned when she left this world. I won't rest until I get answers from the woman I loved. You and I are the same. We are the walking dead.
What relation is she then?
Would you like to meet her?
The boss is gone.
Not so fast. You'd like to meet her, wouldn't you? I can arrange it. You took her life. I gave it back.
You what?
What?
Care for a sniff? It's only snuff. You're a cigar man, aren't you? Well, there's no smoking in there, so if you want to meet her, you'd best partake now. Follow me. This is my baby, my morpho butterfly. It's neither pupa nor cocoon, but an imago. A complete individual, in the fullest sense of the word.
Is someone there?
Boss.
We have a visitor.
Oh, they use the boss's voice for the AI.
Don't try anything foolish. As long as we're in here, I can reduce you to carbon at the press of a button.
Who are you? A man. A warfighter.
Boss. Is that you?
I call it the mammal pod.
Mammal pod?
For my participation on the project, I demanded access to all information on the boss. Everything the CIA had. Coldman sought an MAD-based AI that would deliver an effective retaliatory strike against the most appropriate target in response to a nuclear attack from a hypothetical adversary. An unmanned device to act as a deterrent capable of making the decisions and taking the actions that human beings cannot. I therefore concluded he required a cool calculating machine, programmed to inflict swift, sure, and utter annihilation upon the enemy. No retaliation.
This is kind of interesting because the fact that they're trying to make the AI self-aware to the point that it can make life and death decisions, obviously in this case about where it's going to attack and what's the best target, etc., etc. But it's kind of a similar problem to what AI cars, or the problem that AI cars are having right now. Because in a situation where if you're in a car that's being self-driven and you're driving up the road and then an oncoming car comes onto your side of the road and is driving right at you. So the car at this point has got two choices. It can either try and hit the brakes, but it's probably still going to hit that car in front, which could result in injury and whatever else, or it can try and swerve. But to the left are civilians, you know, parents, kids, OAPs, whatever, on the side of the pavement. So how does the computer make a decision between life? Does it value your life more as the passenger, the person who owns the car, or does it value the life of the person in the other car that you're going to hit? Does it value the person on the pavement? Does it try take the risk to veer across the road onto the other side of the road, possibly again having a crash with somebody else? So this is the problem they're having, because, you know, how does it make that call? And ultimately, if that was to happen, where does the buck stop in terms of who you would blame in that situation? You know, does it go to the person who programmed it? Does it fall to the manufacturer, etc., etc.? So yeah, it's kind of interesting that even in a story like this from, you know, some time ago, this was probably, when was this game released? 2013, I think this was released. Was it 2013 or was it 2010? It was 2010. It's interesting that they're having discussions here about AI that are kind of reflective of similar problems that we're having with AI in 2024.
But he took it upon himself to come up with a different answer. He said he needed the thought patterns of the very finest rational mind, one that thought on a global scale, took both past and future into consideration, and reached the best decision, no matter how painful.
And that's why you asked for everything they had on the boss.
It was the logical thing to do. I knew of only one person who could be entrusted with the fate of the entire human race.
What's your real goal here?
To clear her name. Why was a legendary hero forced to betray her country? Why was she targeted for assassination by you, her most beloved disciple? I have no use for fabrications. I want the truth. The boss's last will. You must be dying to know yourself.
No. She abandoned her country. Abandoned us all.
Really? You think you understand her feelings?
You're trying to recreate the boss's last will. Is that it?
Why don't you ask her yourself, Jack?
What? Jack? Boss. Jack! Boss.
Jack! Go home. I'm not your boss anymore.
He's messing with his head.
Go home!
No,
Complete your mission, Snake. Extinguish that noble soul once again, if you can.
Anymore. Go home.
Is he just taking random ones out here?
Why did you come back? Go home. I'm not your boss anymore. Go home. Go home. I'm not your boss anymore. Go home. Go home. I'm not your boss anymore.
Is he just picking random ones out here, or is there?
What is this? This response? Oh God! Discontinue.
I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
She beat the shit out of us most of that game, didn't she?
There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
Remember those moments.
As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything.
What's up with his face?
Even in those we love.
That's the way a soldier's supposed to think.
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack. I'm defecting to the Soviet Union. Jack, you can't come with us.
Too late. I think so. Oh god, one of those things again. Oh, is it carrying a Peacewalker? Horrible to fight, isn't it? We called those things kidnappers. So in this situation, they're just pulling out the ones that have the right icons, I'm assuming. And you can use them as like parts, consumables, whatever, when building your own.
Memory boards that control those parts should light up.
That going?
Snake.
She played me like a piano.
Forget about it. You'll get him back. That is, as long as you've got the will to do it.
I am not giving up.
All right, then. I confirmed the location with Huey. The final testing base for Peacewalker is 15 miles to the north of that lab. It's an underground facility disguised as a rock quarry. All you need to do is sneak in and destroy the AI for good this time.
Right.
Snake. You can destroy it, right?
Yeah.
We all have our limits. Actions beyond our abilities.
Don't worry. I won't screw it up this time.
You're the one who killed the boss. Destroying that AI means reliving that memory.
It's just a machine.
Right, okay, well, we're going to hold things there for part one then. Hopefully we'll pick this up again very, very soon. Yeah, there's a lot to take in here. Obviously, when the story that would otherwise have been played out over a number of hours is just being thrown at you, it's quite tricky to follow. I think I'm just about there, but it is tricky to follow. So there's a good chance that once this video is done, I might just need to read up a little bit just to fill in some blanks, and then maybe give a bit of a proper reaction after that is finished. So anyway, no, it's good so far. Enjoying it. I'm loving the art style with this. It's very different. I wasn't expecting it to be this style. I was expecting a more of a traditional Metal Gear approach to the cutscenes and stuff. But no, it's good. So yes, thank you very much everyone for watching, and we will see you all in part 2.